Actually, that's not too bad. Not too bad. You did let it breathe this time, so that's good. Welcome back to the Kop TV. Myself, AGT, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope you're well. Again, another defeat on Tuesday night away to Chelsea in the FA Cup. Definitely didn't deserve anything from the game. Chelsea definitely deserved to win that. So there's nothing really I can say about that. I mean, it would have been nice to get the treble, but hang on a minute before everyone starts talking about, oh, Liverpool aren't a great team unless they get the treble. Hold on. I mean, Champions League last season, Super Cup, World Club Cup, soon to be Premier League champions. Technically, that is still 3 trophies in one season when we do pick up the Premier League. And of course, we're still just about in the Champions League. So before everyone starts freaking out, thinking that we're going downhill and we've bottled it and we've lost it, can everyone just calm the down? Because it's still an incredible season, one that will definitely go down as one of our greatest seasons of all time. So everyone just chill, yeah? Yeah? Chill! So I need to chill as well, obviously. But yeah, so Bournemouth tomorrow. I'm really liking the fact that this is going to be an early kick-off. It means the sun should hopefully be shining at Anfield. Really looking forward to it. Bournemouth, the opponents. I was actually at the Bournemouth game last year when we beat them 3-0 at home. If you remember, a Wijnaldum goal and Salah scored a couple, I think. And to be honest with you, even though we're not playing as good as we have been over the last 2 years in this kind of tiny blip that we're having here, I still do believe this will be a 3-0 or a 4-0 victory at home. Looking back at some of the fixtures, I mean, we have only ever played Bournemouth in history 12 times, and we've lost one of those games, which was, of course, that game when we were 3-1 up away at the Vitality Stadium. They came back and won 4-3. Since that, though, there's been a 2-2 draw, and then a 4-0, 3-0, 4-0, 3-0, 3-0. So I'm only within my rights to say it could be another 3 or a 4-0. And that's what we need. We have to win this game convincingly. It has to be an early goal. We have to come away thinking we're back on top now. We've gone past the blip and we're back in winning ways. So that's why I'm going for such a high score, because we desperately need it. You know, Bournemouth are going to come knowing that they're also in trouble. They need the points. They're going to be fighting for their lives, which this could be a different game to times that Bournemouth have come to Anfield in the past. Of course, they've got a couple of ex-Liverpool players there, Dominic Solanke, and Jordan Ibe. Whether he plays Ibe, I'm not too sure. He hasn't had a great season. But they're going to be fighting for their lives, so we have to be prepared to fight and battle in the centre of the pitch, especially because at Chelsea, I mean, we had Fabinho there, we had Curtis Jones, who for me was man of the match. But Fabinho was completely dominated by Billy Gilmour, an 18-year-old. And everyone thought it would be the other way around before that game. So to see that happen was like, what's going on? Fabinho's kind of lost his touch a little bit. So he's got to have a big game in the centre of the park. I want to see some real effort there from him tomorrow, because he has kind of been untouchable so far in his Liverpool career. But now a few question marks are being raised over his last few performances. So hoping for a big one from him. I mean, Adrian, it's debatable whether Adrian will actually play for Liverpool again. I mean, he's been a great servant for the last 6 months or so when Alisson was injured. But you feel now that we've gone out of the Cup, and obviously after that howler that he made, where he made an insane save about 15 seconds before that, he's not going to play in the Champions League and he's not going to play in the Premier League now, unless Alisson gets injured, and then we'll probably move him on in the summer. So he probably won't play again. But in terms of a prediction, like I said, 3 or 4-0, but in terms of a lineup prediction, Alisson in goal, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent. Van Dijk and, I'm not even going to mention Gomez, because I did think he was one of our best players against Chelsea. But Van Dijk, against Watford, against Chelsea, he hasn't looked at his imperious best. Now I know, listen, not for 1 second am I saying let's swap him out the team, because yes, he is the best centre-back in the world right now and probably the last few years. But I am looking for a big performance from him. One thing we definitely need tomorrow is a clean sheet. 7 goals conceded in 3 games. That's simply not good enough, considering that we had 10 clean sheets before that. It just makes no sense. So I'm looking for a huge performance from Van Dijk. He's got to keep Josh King and Callum Wilson quiet up top, because they're